I know why you're here. You are hoping this to be some kind of beacon in your darkness and despair. You are a beginner and you are drowning in videos of how to do color swatches, how to do a color wheel, how to paint a tree, a chair, a bird, what to do and what not to do, wet on wet, what paper, what brush, yada 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 yada. And all of those things are really important. I'm not saying they're not, but I have realized that most beginners are starting in the wrong place. They are one step ahead of themselves. And that is why they often get stuck and why they often get desperate and why they often grow tired and feel that this is not working, I can't do this. And can you guess what that is? It's the lack of joy, the lack of fun. You need to find your inner child and have fun before you learn all these things. And that is why I say you need to start with something like this, with a feather or a dishwasher brush or a rock or a stick or whatever. If you look at my other YouTube videos, you will find a lot of inspiration there. And if you look at how a child is addressing the matter, they're not asking for color theory, right? Oh yeah, please tell me more about complementary colors. I will be sure to incorporate this in my painting here. No, they don't. They just start. You just give them whatever color and they will put something amazing on the paper. And the reason why they do that is they don't have this huge inner critic and they're not academic. But we as grown-ups, we have become so academic about this. Oh, I need to learn this and then I need to learn that and the rule of thirds and it's more blue in the background and that is due to atmosphere, blah, blah, blah. And again, all of that might be true, but first of all, you need to find joy in putting stuff on your paper, because if you cannot find that joy, that is when you sit with all your tools, the expensive paper you've been buying, and the exact same brush as artist X, Y, whatever, and still you're not doing anything and you're staring on the paper and you're not getting it done and it's just not working. So we have to take a step back and you need to start as a kid, just the joy. But you can't find that joy when you have a brush in your hand and you're expected to put something awesome on the paper. So we need to try something different. And that's where the feather comes in. As you saw here in the beginning, it was really nothing special, right? It was just, it looked like, I don't know, Lisa, 5 years old, who put it there on the paper. And now we are halfway through our painting and we have a beautiful sky and putting in some birds just with a pen. And also, you don't have to go all in and just be super 100%. It just has to be watercolor. No, it doesn't. Use pens or use ink or combine stuff. It's fine. There's still time to be a purist later on. And I feel like I'm preaching this, but I think it's such an important message. And there are so many people who get back to me and tell me just that. They kind of find it some kind of, oh my God, like a revelation, that they haven't thought about this before and that they finally can find that joy, because it's some kind of relief to not always have to be responsible for every single brush stroke that you make on that paper. Here I have been taking a photo and then I cut out the tree, so I use my own reference. That's really important. Don't just go and take other people's photos without asking them. There are very nice Facebook groups. If you search for free reference photos for artists, there are a bunch of them. And I mean, here I am actually using the complementary colors, the orange, yellow, and purple. But this is a bit later on. You know, when you have already, I mean, I've been doing this for a couple of years now. Am I effing amazing at making trees? No, obviously not. But I find joy in it because I'm curious now. And okay, how can I do this? How can I make this tree look the best I can do? I would never have been able to do that if I wouldn't have started with just putting color on paper and finding that joy. For so many, many, many years, I was watching all these tutorials, and there is a bunch of them, and they're great. There are so many artists who are super at explaining these things. So please don't think that I'm one of them, because I'm not. I can teach you a lot of things, but I will not be the best artist to teach you exactly about color theory or composition or whatever. But what I can teach you is just this: the joy, finding the joy, and that is really, really important. You need to find that, and you will probably not find that amongst all your 150 color swatches. And it won't help if you do another color swatch. Or for most people, it won't help. It didn't help me at all. I was just frustrated. I was sitting there, you know, like a student, and yes, I'm ready to do this, but and then it never happened. So I hope this could give you a little bit of inspiration. If you would like to see the whole process from start to finish, please consider joining my Ko-Fi. There is a link in my description, and please go and try this now. Find a fun tool, put color on paper, and have fun. Thank you.